Hello everyone, I'm back with a new video. Today I have a little bit of everything. It's a kind of a vlog kind of thing, and I will show you a little bit of what I have been doing regarding commercial work, and also at the end of this video, or about the mid part of this video, I will show you how I paint a really big, at least for me, a big canvas with oils. And as you could see, I have a lot of different candles at my studio. It has been quite cold, so I'm keeping myself warm with a lot of clothes on, typically 2 sweaters and the candles and the matcha tea in my hand, because my hands are getting very cold at the moment, and it's not easy to paint with cold hands. So that is that.
I'm Tanner Steed, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite mediums, liquid. When I'm painting, as you paint from day to day, if you're painting infrequently, those dark areas kind of sink in and become...
Normally I will paint, especially when I paint something like this, where I don't have to think too much. I have already made a composition, as you can see here, with how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, around 5 reference images, but it's not difficult. So I usually just use my time also to listen to some videos and learn things. I have actually learned a lot from watching a lot of YouTube videos. There's so much information you can get there, and at the moment, as you may guess, I am really interested in learning more about oil paint and all the different materials, or I don't know, oils and things that you can use to thin the paint up, or to make the dry time quicker or slower, and all those kind of things. So that is what I'm interested in hearing more about at the moment. So I use my time I can paint and listen to something at the same time. So what do you see me painting here is illustration for the month of February. This is for a client that I had for some years now. This is the 4th time that I paint illustrations for this client. It's the 4th calendar that they will produce. So for the last 4 years, I have started up my year with these illustrations, calendar illustrations. So this is the 2nd one that I painted. I started painting these illustrations in the 2nd week of January. What I know right now is that I have to paint at least one of these illustrations each week, so I can finish this. I have to deliver this at the beginning of April, so I also have to take account that the cover for this calendar will take me a little bit more time than these illustrations do. So that is about that. And here is the other one that I painted some weeks ago. This is the illustration for the month of January. So that is about the calendar illustrations, and I have some illustrations to keep on working on still. So I'm busy with that. And here you see some footage from our surroundings. During December, one of the reasons that I didn't make any videos was because we decided to move our daughter to a new school about 10 minutes away from our small city. So normally one of us will drive with her, but to this day we decided to go both because we wanted to see the school. And here I am starting this big oil painting that I talked about at the beginning. It actually feels bigger in reality than what it looks like here on the footage. I started up with my big sketchbook. I did 2 small paintings with gouache or sketches to see or to try out different compositions, and I liked the one on the top at the top the most, so I started sketching that one on the canvas. And I started sketching with yellow ochre at the beginning, and then I continued with what's the color? I can't remember the name, sorry for that. But yeah, I started sketching, and then I mixed the color for the sky and filled in with the sky color. And I don't know why, I always tend to paint the sky first, and I really not need to do it like that. It could also be a good idea to start with the darkest colors first. But I am learning by doing. I'm learning a lot at the moment. And here you can see that I came back to fix some things in the composition that I didn't like. It's a really good idea to take good time to make the composition first. And when painting on a big canvas like this one, it is really, really important to go a little bit away from the canvas and take a good look and see if everything works, and if not, to fix it. Because if the composition is not working, the rest will not work either. And this is not only for the big canvas, but it's easier. I think it's easier to make mistakes when it's a big canvas because you are so close to it, so you cannot see some things. You need to go a little bit away. So yeah, now you see me filling in with the colors of the fields. This is again, I don't know if I mentioned it. It's a Danish landscape, a summer landscape, the theme that I'm liking to paint the most at the moment. So I'm filling in with these yellowy colors and green colors. And the composition, I made it out of 2 reference images, one from a picture that my husband has taken, and then another one that I found from the internet. So to see how the part in the front with flowers would look like, you can see there in my sketchbook. And of course I didn't copy it as it was in the picture, but just used it as a reference. And I also added that little road there to give some interest and to make the eye, help the eye look into the painting. Yeah, so it was really, really fun to paint. And as I said, I'm learning so much at the moment, so it's really interesting, very yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. because most because I'm doing what I want and what I'm able to paint the things that I want and making my own art. It can be a little bit frustrating sometimes because I'm not used to paint in such a big size. I'm not used to paint with oils, and I'm not used to paint on canvas. So there's a lot of new things, but it is also what makes it a little bit. I like to try new things, as you have my guest. And I also have to learn a lot about the painting itself and what to use to, thin it up. And you can see there on the road I use a lot of turpentine. Well, it's not turpentine, it's a replacement, but I can tell you it's quite strong, the smell. I'm also using gloves to protect my hands because some of the things that are in the paints are not not healthy. So, but in the road I used a lot of this turpentine replacement, and it, as you can see, it make some, how can you call that, runners. Then I discovered through other videos that using turpentine that way, what it does is to it destroys the binder of the paint, and yeah, you get that effect that you can see there. So you just have to keep in mind that. So this is a painting that I did in December. So it's the footage has been laying here for a while, and after this I learned that you can use linseed oil instead to thin up the paint, and with linseed oil this doesn't happen. At least I haven't discovered that or experienced that with linseed oil. Anyways, I actually like the effect that did, so I tried to keep some of it, to not cover all of it with new paint. And I am doing the same things that you see me doing in my sketchbook. I am doing them here, and that is one of the reasons that I chose to paint with gouache on my sketchbook, because it has some, at least I think, some similarities to using oil, and so also some big differences, but it has been a good thing to practice with gouache before going on big canvas with oil. So here again I'm using a lot of turpentine to do that brown background, and you can actually see how it is running. But I was so focused on my painting that I didn't saw that. But anyways, it didn't bother me that happened. All the practice from my sketchbook work has also been really helpful for me to be able to keep this way of painting loose. It has really paid off to work on my sketchbook, and I want to paint more on my sketchbook, but at the moment having to make all these calendar illustrations and other things that I have to do, business things, I'm not having so much time to experiment. But yeah, so if you if there's something you want to learn, it's a really good thing to practice that in a sketchbook or in some kind of other loose paper, but in a sketchbook you will have it all together, one place, and you can go back and see how much you have improved. And one other thing that a sketchbook means for me is that it's no pressure to paint in the sketchbook. This is only yours, and for me, each time I start painting on a loose piece of paper or a canvas or something else, I get this sense of pressure that it has to look right, and maybe you can use it as a real painting or a painting you can sell or something like that. So this sketchbook takes that pressure. So here you can see the final result of this painting. As you can see, it's quite rough, and you can really see the brush strokes. That is one of the things that I really enjoyed painting this. Here we can see it hanging on the wall. The light is bad, but I will show you a picture of it so you can see it better. These are the real colors. So yeah, this one will go onto my web shop, and it will also be exhibited at this new exhibition that I am preparing for in February. And yeah, I am really, if it sells, it will be difficult for me to give it away because I really like it. And if not, it will definitely go into my own living room. So yeah, this is all what I had for you today. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't followed me already, you can do that. I share videos like this, and sometimes I share my experiments on my sketchbook. And yeah, you can follow how I am progressing with my paintings and all about what goes on at the studio, so you can get to be a fly on the wall. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.